I'm very confused with how I feel about this film. On the one hand, I thought Syrup was pretty interesting. On the other hand, I thought they made some pretty bad decisions in terms of the second half of the film and how the narrative developed. It looked like it was going a certain way and it was going to be quite important and quite impactful, and then it just kind of took it too far. So first of all, I should point out that I watched this film. It was released in 2013. I watched it because I watch everything that Kirstie is in, and I hadn't seen this, and she is in it. It turns out she's in it for literally 3 seconds. She plays a tiny part in a marketing campaign that they have for one of the products, because this film is all about this marketing company who are trying to market this new drink. And it starts off with our protagonist called Scat. He pitches this idea. This idea becomes stolen, or maybe not stolen, maybe that's not the right word for it, but somebody registers the copyright when it's not theirs to register, and then things go wrong. But then two very different people decide to team up and come up with a new product. And I'm not going to say any more than that because I think it will spoil it a little bit. But I will say that the first half was really good. I loved the tone. I thought the editing was amazing. Sometimes it breaks the fourth wall when Scat talks to the camera. I think that worked really well. It was really interesting and really engaging, and something that I thought was, really quite a lot of fun, and I really thoroughly enjoyed it. It was lighthearted, but also, really informative as well. And then something serious happened, and it took quite a dark turn really quickly. And I thought, yeah, this is a little bit uncomfortable. The shift in tone is a bit too sudden and too severe, but it worked. And then maybe in the final half an hour, something else quite dark and serious happened. And I thought, you're just taking it too far now, and you're completely mixing the tone and messing it up, and what became an enjoyable film was just something that I kept rolling my eyes at, because it in the end, it was trying far too hard to be important and far too hard to give off this big, impressive message. The one time was fine, but when it pushed things, it ruined it. It really did ruin it. So it's a film of two halves. The first half was really thoroughly enjoyable. The second half was just a mess. An absolute mess. Scat is played by Shiloh Fernandez, and I really liked his character. I really liked his performance. Six is played by Amber Heard. And this, I knew, was potentially going to be a problem for me because, well, if you've listened to anything I've said over the past 11 years, you'll be familiar with the fact that, Johnny Depp's one of my favourite people ever, and this was the first time I'd seen Amber Heard in something. But I pushed my feelings about her aside, and I have to say that actually her performance was really good, and I really enjoyed her acting style, and I thought she gave the character a really good flavour. So in that respect, I can't fault that. I can't fault any of the performances, but the narrative it was on a roll. And then they made one decision that wasn't great, and then everything snowballed after that. So, unfortunately, I'm left feeling confused about how I feel about this. I'd say it's worth watching because the bits that I enjoyed, I did really enjoy. But just be warned that it does change quite quickly once it reaches kind of the halfway mark. In some respects, I'd say you could probably watch the first half and then give up. But, stick with it and see if you like it. Maybe you will have a different opinion. You'll find that you actually like the direction it took. But for me personally, I think the shift in tone was unnecessary. One time, yes. 2 times, pushing it too much. It could have been really thoroughly enjoyable and really amazing. But it just let itself slide.